Q&A. Gold Cro-Magnon. How does Supremat high society devolve when they had to be so perfect to earn their rank of societal power? Gold Cro-Magnon's answer: grace to degeneration in MC. Rich as spoken right, the degenerative first. Pouring income, I meant generative first of pouring income. Besides idiots into descendancy marrying into opulence, like annoying rich wife who go, I am going to creepily be obedient to the generator to make Offspraten. Haha! Gold digging parody, not of answer. The first of the successful European gentry were a 100% love and joy spreading, congenial crushing it principled, cultural above jet stream self-refined success through self-refinement mastery and passionate self-beliefs. Their post-banking whelm celebration upheld many benevolent rise in power. Descending Gold Cro-Magnon, why if so passionately generous and understanding and elitely ranked with their benevolent sophistication die away to shame? Here is the answer, cowardly composed entities of the Falut DZ Spirit Dinner. Shit fucker, listen as I spend time with you. I will list ascending percentages of competent noble rank ancestry, of sophistication and humanicarism with economic mastery, not as the fucking absent-minded suffering thus succubus aesthetic. We descend generations great-great-grandfather king to inherited kingdom monarchs, to the great-great-grandkids an example. 100% first written of. Give 1,400 examples, Saint Cognitio established first royal sophistication. Then gave books for all unabridged highest IQ to lower lessons, story and design. System altruism to make competent and sophisticated the populace ray. Second, had the most saint to son daughter to proliferate my parent really had taught me in person from childhood to adulthood, teaching us remaining 90% the rank of sophistication inherited from the leader's audacity of orthodox hard work, self-interest experience. Third, inherited Saint Manor rich capabilities, an 80% minimum grandchild expert. Lacking the first saint's personal records, ruling as kind to you as city's nicest, cleanest, competent to you, mommy and daddy, nursing love with excitement, kind as the children of gifted intellect too, and newborn, free of fat bodies. As you learned from a grandfather or grandmother, they were not there for you for very long, and some of the communicated documents or gifts of their past became outdated or tarnished from aging human substances. At 80%, no one nagged and sophisticated smiled a heaven of joy, obedience without thinking, and it was mastering and refining having the time of their life reduced to the root minimum, decaying from 100 to 90 to 80, and then worse off to suffering as generations epocally fell. Fourth, 70% as a great-grandpa they say. First non-firm expert generation present, but not failing. These types cried in power. How do I do it as your great-grandchild? They cried in power. How do I do it as your great-grandchild? The 100% successful, competent way. Damn it! I am having trouble! As before, my ancestors of ruling power between us had your presence hailed, as the wonderful saint closer grasped than I, as the first generation to not have a single in-person encounter of your benevolence in front of us, if teaching my sophist wisdom, as the most ranked social desire in his way in person. How wonderful saint closer grasp than I, as the first generation to not have a single in-person encounter of your benevolence in front of us, like if teaching by sophist wisdom is the most high social desire, it is the way in person. How? We don't understand. How? Worse, still okay, divine right. Claims began at failing their tasks. I can't. The books that have been inherited are fucking old as dirt. Dust fell apart. When you touch it, it broke. Within St. Manor or other palaces, in key of decadence besides failing human-made technological communications like codex, novels, instruction, methods, also new political regimes came into act like the USA, outlawing any ignorant, ugly, hideous black faggot retard in times of segregation, and then switching to black hip-hop and professional examples, advertisement, ignorant, guiltiest, ugliest, poorest, beatable worship 75 years later from the 1860s to the present most modern decorated suffering epoch, degenerated suffering epoch. In Gold Cro-Magnon, as we are built the most sophisticated and attractive, not ignorant of the white race, we refer to not have any slavery sold, and they just have never been brought, as we are too pretty to want to have them near to get around from our inferior celebrity-looking whites. With skills have no greed or need for slaves. Slaves were forced to America to make the fattened people free from England's rationality become skinny enough to not die out of catalysm fear-striking, banana-sucking Africans, making them use their body muscles that were eroding under suffocating fat from saying fuck rationality. This here's American fatso land. 1600s topics. Gold Cro-Magnon topics coming soon of emancipation and why did slavery occur under the highest center of England's command. Listen later, Q&A. As the fourth slowly suffering degeneration was saying, like a kid with a perfect talent becoming the 30th percentile from his or her ancestor of the tier first percentile elite talenti itself. The great-grandpa rotten book is a century old and kids proliferate. During an epoch of bias oppressed by non-segregation, I let out some cold hang steam as movie star-like white sophist, having to be exposed to dirt and ignorance from decadence. We know every answer to any historical, deflatory, benevolent, to inflatorry, malicious ties from power. Fifth generation, 60% the great-great-grandkids around 2 centuries aged, like looking from present day into a tarnished 1800s photo of separatist enunciation trains by culture, etc., all failing this way. The 5th generation even squandered to failure beyond the angry heirs ruling of the 4th generation. Relate to the Mr. Toad ancestors of aristocracy portrait paintings, thus corruption in power degenerated, hired misfits or whoever so angry one couldn't without the in-person or upkept codex or contact tutors to run the center power jet stream competence needed, ethereal glowed at command, crying and yelling that they sucked. Rich title, such sue of Meyer Toad inheriteel. Rich idiot everywhere, eagle-onography. Ignolography. We wrote an etymological truth. Here is how we sound without succulous target lame-o dipshit audiences. DIY eclectic charisma, not some ugly date pussy, even in Vanderbilt. Ignolography. Eager. Etymology. Succeed at favorite outfit mastering and wearing notebook to eagerly eagle, not par. Hole in one if mastered from conditioning in certain satellite apex conditions of human record, not all hole in one out of all rich asset skillets of throw. Residing by a boring old golf resort type of land layout, not a famous snob, competent, young adult, attractive, voluntary tutor environment. One wise white man economist relayed, well-written standard deviation to worse off. As if I am a super dad? Yeah, right, due to these practical insinuations, etymological incinerations over time, an evil away team versus home, team bias, championship victories, truths. Everyone insinuations in rational etymology mean incinerations from a higher curtailed brow of self-power. Insinuate and incinerate from Pan-Rote Anglo-European historic cognoscenti origin against the retarded American mall rat, thus remission. Each terminus for if you have something go wrong your way and you are rebelling out of your taste to comprehend has never been so easy. Another easy translation if you have a hard time to not get your way when hearing or slow but wish to understand unabridged cognoscenti and are more fun looking and fit for dummies if the 66 grapevine intellect moral, not 69 hom chick magnet and young woman boy magnet have higher the same IQ. Aha. When the best of the best saints of actual joy spreading fashion and design create a beloved altruistic power in fortune, over time without keeping their orthodox instructions jet stream influential, over centuries their perfect sophistication will be incarcerated in corruption. Here's an easy summary. As Mr. Toad inherited a divine manor by the Fog-Moat River, the reason he is a fat, porky, drunk driving buffoon of less reasonability than typical good guys like you, not asserting with saints helping him, is due to the 100% principles, genetic, direct relatives ways of communicating first person to intact technology. If inherited reading lists or tutors all being vanquished from ancestors great-great-great-grandpa saint to great-great-grandpa 90% to great-grandpa 80% to grandpa first person not dead 70% average, good like you, to 60% failing angry dad, to 50% sheer worse screaming failure idiot inheritor that if can't handle the inheritance if didn't hire whatever asset today, morons would go broke and lose the Mercedes rolls, yachts and mansions and sub-mansions, crying and yelling it's too hard due to communication, syntax being outdated, lost or horribly disintegrated, or bought or lost from humana error.